The Game Time Podcast is sponsored by Matt Gaddis at State Farm. Whether it's your car, home, or renter's insurance, Mac's got you covered with fast, reliable service and a personal touch that you can trust. His info is on screen right now, so reach out today and see why so many people rely on Matt Gaddis. Big thanks to Mac for supporting the Game Time Podcast.
How about them Cowboys, baby?
Hey, there it is! Yes, indeed! Yes!
Oh, man.
Yeah, man, that's going to lead me right in. That's going to lead me right in.
I'll save later. I'm not doing that this time. I said, I got to get to my boy. I know when we were doing the cross.
Look at Coach Schottenheimer, man. Hyping the boys up after a big-time win. And I tell you what, man, I put it on my Instagram story.
We know.
I'm going to say it right here on this live stream. Brian Schottenheimer is the best Cowboys head coach since Jimmy Johnson. I will say it right now after what is it, 10 weeks of football? I'm saying it right now. This is the best Cowboys coach since Jimmy Johnson. Better than Bill Polian, or not Bill Polian, better than Parcells, better than Jason Garrett, better than Mike McCarthy. I love the energy. I love the motivation. I love everything that he has brought to this team. For a team with an 8-8 record, I've never been more happy as a Cowboys fan after the way I was saying this offseason. Once again, I apologize to Dak Prescott. I apologize to Brian Schottenheimer. And I even apologize a little bit to Jerry Jones. But I got to give credit where credit is due. That man right there, Brian Schottenheimer, as much as I said it feels like, Jerry Jones just kind of hired him because he's a puppet and stuff like that. Part of me still feels that way because it's Jerry Jones. But Brian Schottenheimer has truly made his own culture. He's truly made this his team. And once again, I will say it, pay George Pickens. He's playing almost better than CeeDee Lamb this season, Daryl.
Well, you're not telling me anything I don't know, because I had to turn you on to him. And I said the only problem was between his ears. That's what got him out of Pittsburgh. And if you remember, he had some challenges at the beginning of the season. But I'm telling you, from a talent perspective, if he feels like he's a part of something, he's going to run through a brick wall for you. And that's exactly what George Pickens has done. And he's made life so much easier for Dak Prescott. Yep. He's made life easier for CeeDee Lamb. He hasn't made it easier for the CeeDee Lamb fantasy managers who picked him as a top 5 pick. But I'm going to tell you this, it's bigger than that.
Yeah.
And they've got a good running game and starting. They were gashing my Eagles yesterday, especially in that second half. They were gashing them pretty good.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna tell you, I love what they're about and what they're doing. And I said it on one of my pages. I said, don't be surprised if they look really good over these next 6 games. I said because they've got the motivation, they've got the talent, the offensive talent. And I've said this from day one about Dak. We can knock him all we want, but Dak is a real quarterback. He's a top 10 quarterback. There's no extra to him. There's no drama. You don't see him pouting. You don't see him. He just goes out and plays, man. And that offensive line that was maligned in the beginning of the season by my co-host. Yeah, man. Yeah.
I maligned everybody at the start of the season, right?
So kudos to Dallas Cowboys, man. I'm not a Cowboys fan, but on this platform, I've been talking about this, trolling and all of that. We're not trolling, man. You got to call things like they are. And what it is right now, this guy you got on the screen right now is hot and heavy right now.
Yeah. I mean, I'm speechless. I mean, I'm literally speechless after how yesterday went. But I think my only grievances of yesterday, right? You force a fumble on Saquon, didn't capitalize. You on the punt return for the Eagles, you knock the ball out, you're on the goal line. You go for it on 4th and goal. You didn't get it. You had two times to make the score. You had a chance to make the score 35-21, and instead you won 24-21. That's my only gripe. You got the win. That's really all that matters, right? For this team and their hopes of making the playoffs, all that matters is you won, and you won against your division rival. At the end of the day, if we lose the next 5 games of the season or how many ever are left, you know what Cowboy fans are still going to say at the end of the year? We beat the Eagles, because that's all that really matters to Cowboys fans, because the Eagles are the defending Super Bowl champions. So, and you look how close that week 1 game was. I think all the guys in the locker room had a feeling that they knew they could beat this team, and they got off to a horrible start in that game. Don't get me wrong, but the way to battle back, I'm not going to sit here and say this is a different Cowboys team, because it's not. It is different in the sense of roster moves, but it all comes back to this for me, like I said in the offseason, and this will stay true for what I said in the offseason. Dak has balled all year. He's had some ups and downs, but I'm not going to blame that on him with the defense and how bad it's been this year. But it all comes back down to this. What is Dak Prescott going to do in the month of January if he can get to the month of January? Will he win? I'm not talking about a wild card game. I know he can win a wild card game. Can you win the Dallas Cowboys a divisional game? Can you get them to a conference championship for the first time since 1994? That is what has been the biggest issue with this team. They've gotten to the divisional time and time and time again. It's time to win. It's time. I'm not saying get to the Super Bowl. When I say it's time to get to the big one, I mean it's time to get to a conference championship appearance. It's time to break that streak. And for the first time in a while, going into the playoffs, there's 3 teams you don't want to see: the Los Angeles Rams, the Seattle Seahawks, and the Dallas Cowboys. If you have to see any of those 3 teams in the wild card round or the divisional round, you might be at Green Bay, Philly, Detroit, who don't look all that great. I mean, look at Detroit yesterday. They lost to Jameis Winston and the Giants.
No, they won. They came back.
They won. They kept it. The Giants kept it close.
Yeah, 27-20, but it was in overtime, and my guy Gibb had a 69-yard touchdown run to steal it.
There is a chance that the NFC could be flipped completely on its head in January, and Dallas has a real shot, but they got to get there. And they're not in there right now, but they have a shot. And they play Kansas City on Thursday. Kansas City gets a big win over the Colts, which we're going to talk about today. But I've got a feeling they can rattle off these wins. You got Kansas City, you got Detroit. Dak Prescott, you knock Philly off.
You got 2 tough. You had 3 tough games.
And you knock
your first one down.
Can you get 2 of them? You really need to get all 3. But can you get 2 of them?
Why not get greedy? Why not ask for 3?
Yeah, Why not get all 3? Now,
because neither team that they're going to play up next are allowed to have more than 11 players on the field at one time.
Yeah.
It was man to man.
Both teams are. It's not like the Chiefs are coming off a bye week and just get to stroll into Thursday. No, they played on Sunday.
The Chiefs were exposed yesterday. If it wasn't for Shane Steichen wetting the bed, the Chiefs would have lost that game easily yesterday.
Yeah,
he got predictable, and what he did, he was playing the proverbial not to lose.
Do you agree with my sentiment about Schottenheimer?
But I said that at the beginning of the year, man. I said he come from Class A grade coaching. His daddy was a hell of a coach, a better motivator, a man amongst men. He comes from great stock. There's a lot of guys that do come from great stock, but didn't earn it. This man has been a special teams coach. He has walked his way up. He wasn't born on third base. He didn't come in, hey, my dad's a coach. Oh, by the way, I'm going to be a head coach too. So absolutely, he's earned it 100%. I'm not surprised at all. And when people were saying he was going to be a pawn, many people included. Yeah, I said, well, let's wait and see. I don't think he's a pawn because he comes from his dad, and his dad wasn't a pawn for anybody.
Yeah. So
that's just my take on Schottenheimer. Give him nothing but love, man. But it's not over yet.
And I don't like giving Jerry Jones credit ever, but
I know
the Pickens trade got me excited. Then the Micah stuff started. I was not happy about this. I was like, to me, we were stuck. Just pay him, get it over with. Pay him, and let's be in purgatory because that's clearly
what
where you
they've
want to
done
be.
So much, and that's what got them in purgatory.
And they avoided
guys
it.
that you shouldn't. And as I said on this broadcast, I remember someone said he's something. I said he's playing chess, and y'all playing checkers. He didn't need a edge rusher chasing down quarterbacks for cardio. He needed someone to help stop the run.
And now you've got
that defensive backfield is still struggling.
Yes.
But I'm gonna tell you this, let them get some legs underneath them, man. Yeah. Let them get some legs on. And that running game helps that defensive line.
Yeah.
You know, keep them out the game. So yeah, kudos to Dallas, man. I know we spent a lot of time on Dallas. I know you like that, but enough of this damn Dallas talk. We can talk about other teams.